What is the worst group project experience you've ever had? I know a lot of us have had bad group project experiences before, but this specific one I had in college, along with the teacher who graded the group project, I hate to say still makes me mad to this day. I still think about this every now and then. So I was a student at KU majoring in film, and about 2 years in, I was told I had to declare a minor. Now, I didn't know this was a thing I had to do. I had always been interested in film. I was just locked in film. I had no interest in any other subject. So I had no idea I had to declare a minor. So I was looking at minors to pick from. That's gonna sound really bad out of context. So I was looking at minors. There's really no good way to phrase that, is there? So I was looking at the selection, and I decided to go with journalism. I already had an interest in documentary films. I had some friends who were moving into a journalism path. I decided that was probably the best subject matter to pick. I'm not gonna keep saying minors. And once I selected journalism, I had to select journalism classes. And when I was looking through journalism classes to pick through, I decided to land on sports media as one of them. I don't really care about sports at all. I'm not like one of those people who thinks they're smarter than others for not watching sports. I'm not like one of those Redditor assholes who says sports ball, but I just don't care about sports. Really, the only reason I picked this class was I had a friend who was in sports journalism at the time, like as a career, and so I was already seeing some friends do well in this field. It would just help me get a job in the journalism area of work if I ever landed in that area of work. Smart decisions. That's gonna be the only time in this entire story where I made like a good idea, a good decision. Not really, because I'm not into sports journalism, so no, it was actually pretty pointless to get in this class. This entire class actually ended up being completely useless, so that's gonna make the story even more annoying to retell. So I enrolled in sports media, and most of the semester of this class actually went relatively smoothly. It did have mandatory attendance. Now, if you've never been to college, if you haven't gone to college yet, here's a quick tip. If a class has mandatory attendance, that class is f***ing useless, okay? Or you don't need to go to the physical classes to succeed in that class. You can probably get all the information you need off Canvas or whatever website you guys use. You probably do not need to be in that class at all if it's mandatory attendance. If a class does not have mandatory attendance, you need to be in that class every single day or you are going to fail. So that is just a rule of thumb when it comes to attendance.